Good morning, everyone. I am again in Wyoming with the Grand Tetons behind me, and we're going to do a little yoga today. I still don't see the horses today. They are way down there, but I was hoping they would come up while I was teaching class. That'd be kind of cool. There's a lot of them. So, all right, let's go ahead and start in an easy seat position. Go ahead and put your left leg in front. Get your hands here on your knees. Let's take some deep breaths in and out. Breathe in and out. Let's do that again and try to let everything fall. Relaxed. So our muscles are ready for some good stretching. So breathe in and out. One more time. In and out. There's a little bit of cloud cover today, so hopefully it won't be so hot while I'm teaching this morning, even though it's only 8:30 in the morning. All right, let's do some head rolls today. So let's just roll our head over to the right. Go ahead and go at your own pace, what works for you. Let's do 3 of those. So that's 1 for me. And 2 for me. And 3. Let's go ahead back to the middle and then go over the other way. Just loosening everything up before we start. Is the last one for me. Let's do some simple shoulder stretches. So let's go ahead and take your left arm, bring it over and bring your right arm up to give it a nice stretch over to the side. You should feel that all the way through here and maybe even back through the upper back if you're feeling tight today. Good. Let's go the other way. Nice stretch. It always feels good to me. All right, now we're going to do something a little bit different to try to stretch our shoulders out. I want you to go ahead and put your arms out to the side and just have your thumbs up. Let's go ahead and take your right arm and take your thumb and point it backwards and your left arm and point it forwards. So we're going to do some external rotation over here and some internal rotation over here. So let's do it that way. Hold it. And then let's go back the other way. So now your left arm is doing some external and your right arm is doing some internal. Let's go back again. And one more time this way. That should get our shoulders nice and stretched out. All right, let's come into a tabletop position. So as always, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And let's just do some circles first. So go to your left, try to circle all the way around, just a couple times. Then we'll go back to the other way. Just loosening everything up. And let's go ahead and do some cat-cows. All right? So, take a deep breath in. Look up at the ceiling or the sky, whatever it might be. Try to drop your stomach a little bit. Give a good stretch. And then down, looking at your toes. Arching your back. Nice stretch everything out. Let's do that again. Looking up at the sky for me. Right in the sun, actually. And down. into our cat position. Oh, makes you understand why cats like to stretch that way. All right, we're gonna do the cat-cows with our legs out to the side. So let's start with your right leg out to the side, and you wanna get your foot flat. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Get your foot flat and just your leg straight out from your hip. And keep your weight on both of your hands still, and let's do that cat-cow here. So, nice cow, looking up, drop your hips, arch your back, nice stretch, and again, look up at the ceiling or the sky, whatever it might be, and down into cat. Really push up with your hands to really push your shoulders up and help arch even more. Let's bring that right leg back in and bring the left leg out to the side. If you haven't done yoga outside before, I highly recommend it. I don't normally do it either, but doing it for all the filming has been really nice. It's just the nice fresh air while you're taking the deep breaths. So let's go ahead and do cat-cow with our left leg out to the side. So take a deep breath in and look up and breathe out. Take a deep breath in, looking up, and breathe out. And go ahead and bring that leg back in. All right, we're gonna slide forward into a modified plank, okay? So just bring your body so that your trunk is a little bit straighter with your hips in line there, okay? And we're gonna try to do some cat-cows here. So it feels a little bit different. So we're gonna look up and look down. So it's not as much of a movement, but it does give you a little bit more strength there. So up into cow, and down into cat. And then let's move back into our tabletop. And do one more little stretch of our shoulders here. So let's take your right arm, bring it through, try to come down on top of that shoulder to whatever your comfort level is. You can bring your left arm forward. Get a nice stretch of both shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And back into tabletop, and let's do the other side. So, down on that shoulder, other arm in front. This way gives me a nice stretch along my upper back. And come back up into tabletop. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring your right leg forward into a low lunge. And just stretch out your left hip flexors. Oh, let that fall forward. Come up on your fingers if you need to, or you can put your hands flat, whatever works for you. And bring that one back. And let's bring the left one forward. Again, stretching out this front hip flexor. And then back into tabletop. This time we're gonna bring your right leg forward into this low lunge. And then we're gonna heel toe our foot out into a little lizard. Push this out if you can. You can try to think about pushing it out with just your leg, letting it drop out to the side, or you can use your hand if that's better for you. Whatever works and gets you the stretch you need. Go ahead and bring that back. And now let's bring the left one forward into that low lunge. And then heel toe your foot out. Try to go onto the blade of that foot. Stretch out and open up those hips. step back to tabletop. All right, we're gonna do that again. So, right leg forward, go right on into lizard. Okay, and then if you'd like, you can try bringing your hand back and doing a foot grab. Pull it as close to you as you can. If not, you can just, this doesn't work for you and that's uncomfortable, or you feel like you're not gonna balance well, go ahead and just bring that foot up as much as you can. Trying to get a nice stretch on your left quadricep. And come on back down. Bring the left leg forward into lizard. Fall into that. And try to bring that foot up and do a foot grab if you can. And hands back down. Back into tabletop. One more time. Right leg forward. This time we're gonna try to do a Cleopatra. So you can come out on your blade of your foot a little bit. What you wanna do is bring this arm back, leave the legs straight, and drop your hip. And look behind you. If you do not feel comfortable doing this, you can stay in your lizard. You can try to do that foot grab before, or just bring your foot towards your booty. Okay, come on back here. Let's bring that left leg forward into lizard. Again, you can stay here. You can bring this foot up, or you can try to sink into Cleopatra. This really stretches out your hip here, which is where I am always tight, so I love this one. Also, who doesn't want to do a pose called Cleopatra? Queen. All right, we are going to move ourselves into a downward dog position. So just get up on your toes. Let's do a little dog walking to get our calves stretched out. And then you can walk your hands back to get you up to a mountain pose. All right, we are going to start with a deep breath in and down into our standing forward bend. You can put your hands here if you like, reach with your fingers. If you can get your hands all the way down, great for you. Just try to get a nice stretch in the back of those legs. All right, and then we'll come back up to our mountain pose. We're gonna do a little flow here. So let's take a deep breath in and deep breath out. And we're gonna move our left foot forward and come into warrior two. When you're doing warrior two, you wanna keep your knee from going over your toes. You wanna really think about extending that back leg, and you wanna think about your weight being between both legs. It'll help you keep that balance. So do our warrior two. Then we're gonna bring our arm down onto our thigh for side angle. Bring our arm over our head for extended side angle. Then we're gonna come back up to warrior two, back up to mountain pose. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Deep breath in, bring it back to warrior two. Again, balancing between both of those legs. You can have your feet closer together if that helps you with your balance. You want to think about your heels being in line. That'll help you get the most balance. Do this the easiest. Let's go into that extended side angle. So forearm down on your thigh. Lift this arm overhead. And back up to warrior two. And back up to our mountain pose. Deep breath in. Warrior two. Side angle. Extended side angle. Let's go ahead and do a reverse warrior. So leave your knee bent. Lean back here and get a nice stretch along this side. Let's come back up to warrior two. And then turn your toes to the side so that you have a nice stretch here with your legs spread out. And let's go down into a forward bend in this into a wide-legged fold. You can put your hands down if that gives you more stability. You can grab hold of your legs if you want to pull yourself toward it. You can have your feet closer together if you feel like you're unstable, whatever works for you. And come back up to warrior two and back up to mountain pose. Let's do the other side. Deep breath in, back to warrior two, into side angle, extended side angle, reverse to your warrior, nice stretch all the way through here, back up to warrior two, turn your feet sideways, on down into a wide-legged fold. You can also try to bring your hands through here too if that gives you a better stretch, but I like to pull on my legs. And again, use your fingers, your hands to push you back up if you need to. Back into warrior two, and back up to mountain pose. Deep breath in, into warrior two, into our extended side angle, into our reverse warrior, back to warrior two, toes for our wide-legged fold. All right, while we're here, let's just do some shoulder dips. So if you can, put your hands on your legs somewhere. Let's go ahead and dip your right shoulder first. Getting that nice and stretched out. Bring it back up. And your left shoulder. Come back up to warrior two. And back up to mountain pose. Let's do the other side. Deep breath in. Back to warrior two. Woo! This ground is not exactly flat. Into your extended side angle. Come on back to your reverse warrior. Turn your toes to the side. Let's go down into that wide-legged forward fold. Put your hands on your legs. Let's go ahead and dip that left shoulder first. Come on back up. Dip your right shoulder. Come on back up. Push yourself back up into warrior two. And back up to mountain pose. And again. Inhale. Put yourself into warrior two. Into extended side angle. Come on back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Toes to the side. Forward into our wide-legged fold. Push up. Dip your left shoulder. Head up. Dip your right shoulder. And up. Push yourself up into your warrior two. And come up to your mountain pose. We're gonna do some curtsies while we're in our mountain pose. So you can do these as high or as low as you need to. All right, so we're gonna take our right leg, put it behind your left leg so your knees line up, and you're just gonna come down into a curtsy. So we're really trying to target that glute area and those hips, open them up. Also, I'm getting a nice stretch on the back of my calf. Push yourself back up, back to mountain. Let's do the other side. So bring your left leg behind your right leg, line up those knees. Just bend those knees down as low as you can to get a stretch. Wherever you get a stretch is where you should stop when it feels like you're getting a nice stretch, but not painful. And then bring that back up to mountain. And let's take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now we're gonna do the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out into warrior two. Into your extended side angle. Back to your reverse warrior. Turn your toes to the side. Down to your wide-legged fold. Bring your hands onto your legs. Go ahead and dip your right shoulder. Bring it up. Left shoulder. And bring it up. And then come into warrior two. And come back up. And we'll do those curtsies again. So, left leg behind you. This time when you curtsy, you can put your hands down if you need to, but you can also try to put your arms behind you. Okay. And come on back up. And then let's bring our other leg behind us. Again, curtsying, trying to bring those arms up. And back to our mountain pose. Okay, we're gonna cycle through that again. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's go down into a standing forward bend. Come up into warrior two. Down to extended side angle. Back to your reverse warrior. Into your wide-legged fold, so turn your toes. Pull yourself down. Come back up with your hands on your legs. Dip your right shoulder. Head up. Your left shoulder. And up. Put yourself back into warrior two. And come back to the top. This time, instead of doing those curtsies, we're gonna try our eagle arms. So that's why we've been stretching our shoulders so much. So you're gonna take your elbows and line them up like you were your knees for your curtsies, and then try to wrap your hands. So getting here is hard. Getting here is harder. So depending on the shoulder mobility you have, do what you can do. Even if you're just getting one finger or you're just getting your elbows in line, that's great. So let's get our elbows lined up with your right elbow under your left elbow. And then let's just go ahead and try to lean back with those. Get some nice extension in your back. And come back forward. And let's switch our arms. So take your left arm under your right arm. And again, try to get your hands in the same position if you're able. And then let's lean back. Get a little arch in your back. Raise your arms up. A nice stretch in those shoulders. Come forward and bring them down. All right, let's do the other side. Deep breath in. And your leg back into warrior two. Bring your forearm down into extended side angle. Back to a reverse warrior. Toes pointing to the side. Come down into your wide-legged fold. Put your hands on your legs. Let's do some shoulder dips. So bring your left shoulder down. And up. right shoulder down and up. Come up into warrior two. And back up to the top. So this time, we're gonna try those eagle arms and also try some eagle legs. I can't really do the whole eagle leg thing. You'll see when I give it a go, but bring your right arm under your left arm. Get your arms into whatever position you can, all right? And then you're gonna take that left leg and bring your knees over. This is a bit of a balance challenge. These toes should go behind my calf. I just don't see that happening ever. But I'm gonna keep trying because that's how it goes. So if you cannot bring that foot up, you can just cross it over, kind of like we did with the curtsy. All right? And even just standing here just like this, I'm getting a nice stretch on my shoulder and on my legs. So I just like to keep moving my toes over here like they might get behind there. All right, and then come on out of that. Bring your arms down. Let's take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And let's do the reverse. So take your left arm under your right arm. Get your hands in place if you are capable. And then get this toes up. And again, if you just step it behind and get like in a curtsy position, that's fine. Or you wanna bring it back there. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Go over. Try to get your toes behind there. Get yourself a nice balance. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can lift your elbows up. Try not to fall out of it. All right. I feel like that was a lot of work for today, so let's take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. Let's move ourselves down into a cobbler's pose and do a little hip opening sequence before we move into our Shavasana. So let's go to cobbler's pose here. If you want to grab your feet, great. Or if you want to push down on your legs, whatever's working for you. So cobbler's pose. Let's slide these forward into staff pose. Back to cobbler's pose. Back to staff pose. This time, come forward in your staff pose and put your hands here, here, here on your legs. Grab hold, pull you forward, whatever works for you. And let's bring these legs out into a wide angle seated fold, which they should be pretty stretched out from all those wide-legged folds we did when we were standing. You can have your hands here and push forward. You can try to lay forward. You can use your hands here to push against your feet to come forward. Whatever gives you the best stretch. And let's bring those back to cobbler's pose. Right. Let's come back to staff pose. Let's do a forward bend in staff pose. Let's take a deep breath in while we're here. And a deep breath out. Let's bring those over to our wide angle seated fold. Again, come forward as much as you can. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's come on back up to sitting. And let's go ahead and do some side bends. So you can take this hand, or take your right hand, you can drop it in front of your leg if that works for you. And then bring this left arm over. You want to make sure you're really targeting here in the side area when you're doing this side bend. And try to come toward your toes if you can. That always feels really good to me. And let's come up. Now let's do the other side. Let's put your left arm down. Make sure you're rotated so that you're getting a nice side bend stretch. Come on back up. And bring your legs back to cobbler's pose. All right. Cobbler's pose, we're going to go into a little forward bend. And then we're going to come forward to staff pose, to a forward bend. down in staff pose. Bring our legs out to wide angle seated fold. Forward as much as you can there. Come back up. Let's do those side bends again. Making sure we're targeting this area. Pulling yourself forward if you can, or not forward, but sideways, I guess. And come back up to the middle. Let's go to the other side. Come back up to the center. And then let's just do a little twist. So let's take your right arm behind you, your left arm in front of you. Kind of use your hands to twist your trunk. Again, starting from the hips is where we want it to be from. And then let's twist around the other way. You can push on your leg too. That seems to usually help me get a better twist. And come back to center. And let's come back to the middle. And you can make your way down to a seated or a Shavasana position, or you can stay here if you like to do Shavasana here. Right. So let's take some deep breaths in and out to get your body ready for some relaxation. Breathe in. And breathe out. Think about relaxing everything in your body, letting everything fall to the ground if you can. Your head, your shoulders, let your feet fall out to the side. Let your hands rest up. Let's take one more breath in and out. Nose. Out of your mouth. All right. If you're lying down, go ahead and turn onto your left side. Bring both your knees up into like a side sitting position, or side lying position, I should say. Go ahead and make your way up to a seated position. I don't know if you guys could hear the neighing, but I heard a horse not too far away, but I don't see them, so I was hoping they would come over so you guys could see them because it's so cool. All right, next stop will be Glacier National Park. That's where I'll be next week, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. All right, hope you're having fun in Ohio. Bye.